the house. Tafuta penzi lako, mshike kwa mikono, mwangalie ndani ya macho, mpeleke kando na umwambie commit a crime and I'll be your defender. Overpower me so that I surrender. I wish I could be your saliva, so that I could taste your lips whenever. I envy your hipster, vile inakushika mama. Kwa kweli manzi umebarikiwa, ndio maana tunaimba hallelujah. I wish I could be your shoe, I would have such a beautiful view. And if I was the slit on your dress, my goal in life would be to aim for the highest. If only I could be your body lotion, I would walk with undivided devotion. Kila siku nakufikiria, ndio maana nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, kila siku ya kalenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza. Chochote utafanya nitafuata, nitachora 8 ukichora 7. And I promise I will never be a player. You're my red card, no longer middle fielder. Be my wife and I'll be your bogey bender. And let no man try to lay asunder, na wakijaribu kutulei asanda, Mungu moja nitawapiga ngeta. Na kama ungekuwa ngoma, ningependa kukuwa amplifier. I will amplify and equalizer, paka hata matuta sitachuna. Nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, kila siku ya kalenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza. This comes from the deepest part of my heart, the deepest part of my heart. This comes from the empty hole in my soul, the empty hole in my soul. This comes from the highest point of my spirit. If you know what I'm saying, then you will feel it. Feel it. This comes from the deepest part of my heart, the deepest part of my heart. This comes from the empty hole in my soul, the empty hole in my soul. This comes from the highest point of my spirit. If you know what I'm saying, then you will feel it. Feel it. Nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, kila siku ya kalenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, kila siku ya kalenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza.
Everybody knows about Nameless. He's our guy. So there is Nameless closing the stage with Nasinzia nikikuwaza, Nasinzia. So question is, bado watu wanasinzia siku hizi? We unasinzia ukianza ni for me for now siwezi guarantee. Mimi saa hizi maybe mi nilikuwa nasinzia nikiwaza chemistry. Chemistry double lesson. Sindio? So najua I'm speaking for many. Nameless there with nasinzia nikikuwaza. It was topest of the TBT na tunajua sana watu walitu ni TBT kabisa. So apparently speaking about Nameless, on last week we had the Wakanda Forever show. They were moving from this country to that country, and they were in Kenya, and our celebrities were dressed to kill. Even ndo nikasema kwa my composition. So they were dressed to Wakanda show, and apparently there was a lady who spotted something like about Nameless, how they were dressed. Of course, he was with his wife Wahoo, and they were dressed to kill. So this lady went to his TikTok account and started. So she said because she was like commenting on the fashion of our celebrities, what they wore. So he went and said, Nameless, what is that you are wearing? You look like a robber. And that's where the lady knows she effed up. So like a robber. Where raining cat and dogs, akatupiwa maneno nini. She was trending on Twitter like for 4 days or more. That's how the deepest of the love goes here in Kenya. So Nameless was our best musician. Not he was. He is still our best musician, and he made many of our memories alongside the brother Meja mwenyewe. We have Jua Kale, we have a bit of Otile, we had so many. There are many. The Waire, there are many. So they made memories. And today, because it's TBT, it's Throwback Thursday, I decided to, why not bring the mood? Yeah. So welcome again to the show. I'm Benson Diwa, aka Mr. Ben, and I'm today's host of the Amateur Show. And I hope we'll have great time for this 1 hour. It's, sweet things, they are not served in plenty. Hata ukikumbuka home, those days when the mother ame cook the best meal, huwa haitoshi. Huwa inakuwa kidogo sana. So don't blame me, but yep, that's it. So today I'm going to serve you plenty of TBT. Talking about TBT, we have some memories. Lazima pia tukumbuke some memories for TBT. We had so I'll be naming some of the memories. I wish I had a chance to communicate with you so you can share always your experience on the other end, but according to time we'll see them later. So it's November, right? So some days or weeks we'll be heading to December. And December is known for one thing, celebration, and it was the first day we used to eat chapati. I don't think it's happening now because today people are abusing chapati, like eating chapati every day and every hour and every minute. So it started fading away, and we don't really want that thing to happen. So December was meant for chapatis, and you will eat plenty of chapatis. Plenty. When I mean plenty, I mean maybe 20 or more. So it was a very good moment. And about December, also it was the day where like Christmas had its only cloth, month cloth. Even if it's bought on January, you will not wear it until 25th of December. Huh? Because apparently there were drawers which no one could get into. There were those drawers zilikuwa zinawekwa kwa nyumba ya wazazi. And if you want to know how to die, you'll go and take the clothes and wear them before 25th of, even if it's 24th of December, 11:59 p.m. It will be a dead wish. You'll wait until December 25th to wear the clothes. And those clothes were like scared to touch your body because they were the belly bottoms, the baggy. It was baggy. And I actually I'm happy to see that the baggy culture is still trending. We now wearing baggy trousers, baggy jumpers, baggy hoodies, baggy t-shirts, like the oversized t-shirts is becoming a fashion, and that's very great to see. Wearing baggy. So, but on those days you wear those baggy, and I remember my parents used to buy this matched. It was called not tracksuit. It was a suit. It was a suit. So from firstborn to lastborn, the same clothes and those spectacles, the plastic spectacles, which was meant for December only. And that day, no work. After eating chapatis in the morning, we head to church, have the sermon, and usually our church we used to arrange the nini. We used to have meals that day, snacks. It was very, 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 very unforgettable moment. And we used to. It was iconic. It was iconic. I don't know on your side. I might be speaking for myself here, but I'm not. I'm very sure it's not my no. So, and there's a tradition where I used to December was meant to visiting shosh and those aunties and those we used to crave for those moments, but to visit our shows and whatever. So TBT also, we will not talk about Christmas here, and let me not arouse some feelings and temper with your anxiety for now. So about we talk about school. We had so many moments about school, about primary school, about high school, whatever. School were different. And school, let's talk about high school. High school, there was this it was like a common variant like in all schools. Like for example, we used to have a math teacher, and math teacher used to in most of the cases, maths teacher was a physics teacher, was teaching maybe either physics or chemistry. And let me tell you, if immunity was a person, maths teacher and chemistry teacher would be. Those teachers will never fall asleep, will never fall sick, come wherever. Even if there was maybe bad food in the school, and everybody suffers from diarrhea or whatever outbreak, those teachers will never. I don't know if this teaching maths is a calling, or I don't know, but those teachers, and they will never miss a class. They will be, even if they will never oversleep. Like, I overslept today, so I'm not coming to class. Oh, that's breaking news, and nobody will believe it. So this math teacher will never fall asleep and will never skip a lesson. And the biggest mistake, let there be a PE opportunity. And it's over. they will maybe it's maths, then P, then break, then after PE, then after break it's maybe chemistry, and it's a math chemistry teacher. So we have 4 lessons, and you will never talk about it because So a bit of music. We had Genge. Genge was really up on those times of TBT. We cannot talk about TBT and don't talk about Genge, because Genge was the big deal before then. Speaking about Genge, I want to give you some song by Hot Sun. I don't know if that's the translation, but in Kiswahili. So let's see what Jua Kali has for us. Speaking of Genge.
Hapa tunacheza na maneno naandika ivaskan kuna njaa, nenda kupika bila makaa, na waita na mnakata, mnasema kanisa na mavijana, kushiba ni baada ya sala, kuiva na uskuizi ni bala, utagezwa kima na makusaga, pika hive tunamanga, skuma chumvi na kauganga, chuma ngumi teke kadha, boksa vumbi na makamba, toka nyuki asali changa, koma 10 utashanga, ama stima zitazima, twende kwa kina Farida, cheke ina kwa mafinga. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge. Nataka ukepoa kakina, Fatia, Halima na Iva, watoto wazuri, ndoto nzuri uisha, kome zote kabisa, ukasanya moto kapatia, bahati mbaya ukashikwa, mabati waya ukapigwa, mashati za wanga zikeshia, chukua zengine waze kupima, vua pengine ni yapita, beste yangu mtu shida, himete ni yangu etuliza, unadua kifisi na ujalikuwa, unapokea dishi na ijapikwa, chakula ni mbichi na ijaiva, tuma siste silima njiva, lakini chunga vlatajiva. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge. Mamini chuja na dida, majistring shuka na mambuyu kwao ni kushanga, dudu zao zinamka, njugu kibao wanatafuna, mamadha huku wanashtuka, anya huyu utajuta, kama sumu inaua, maziwa iko tutakunywa, kama njumu zinatupa, kabisa tutakata kuvua, matope kila mali panguza, pole pole ngazi tunashuka, pole kakazi ya sumbua, mwisho ganji itengia, vitisho ngapi watasikia, Genge damu, California, out here. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge. Hapa tunacheza na maneno, Ngelinia Genge.
Beats ya Claymore.
cheza na maneno.
Beat ya
Genge.
Yani everywhere was Clemo, by the way, was big up to him. Ali was a very, 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 very supportive. I've heard stories from this artist, TBT artist, and it's quite a good story. Huh? So TBT, right there, Juakali leaving us with Ngeli ya Genge. And Ngeli ya Genge was very serious. We have seen, and I will play you some of the music. And due to gender equality, there's a lady here who had shined. He shined during those times. She was very energetic, and I will be playing after a short while. So we are still on the topic of TBT, and TBT. I found it interesting in school edition. We have talked about those math teacher with unbelievable immunity and never to skip a lesson. We have talked about so again there's this is for the lover birds. So in high school, for my high school, I remember there was a guy who was shining. We used to have these trips, maybe contests, science contest, or outings, or trips, or maybe whatever. This congregation, school to school congregation. So there was a guy who was his role was specifically to craft letters, and by letters I mean love letters. He was very beyond talent. You could write a letter. Let's not talk about how he wrote his composition. Story for another day, because it was. Let me not say. But when it comes to letters, that guy was really, he was really talented, and he used to craft and paint those paints and. Those you mean you I know you know those love language and those images you used to draw, and there was a guy who had perfume, so we could spray perfume on those letters and close it. There was another guy who was specifically for folding. There was a way of folding, it was an art of folding that letter so that it's stylish when a girl receives a letter here. That is direct 70% without reading that letter. So if you have 30% in that letter, you are qualified to graduate and have a lover. So it will pass these 3 stages. First, the one who writes, and even if you have written a letter, he was to receive it and edit. He was an editor. You to edit that letter and put some quotes, and some, those syllables. And so after that, we pass to a person who draws those love images, those crafting. And then the final stage, there's this guy who packages it. And by packaging it, I mean folding it in a right way, in a very romantic way, in a very it was ultimatum. And then we could send. Now feedback comes. When feedback comes, there was this person who he was a messenger. Now we have the letters, and we want to see who got a reply, who didn't get a reply. So you'll be there, that's stretching your, waiting, anticipating for anxiety now kicking in, anticipating for what is my reply, or did I even receive a reply, or when it reached that school, it immediately turned into a tissue paper and whatever. So this guy would stand in front of the class and read the letter. So we have Benson Diwa has received his reply. Let's read the reply to the class. And mind you, let the reply be, you'll not survive that day. You better go home and just stay away from whatever you'll be expecting. So you have those love letter. And we had these guys who had, I don't know if it's luck or I don't know, but they, in every trip, we have a CU rally, is in the list. We have an SDR rally, is in the trip list. We have a YCS is in the trip list. We have a handball tournament, is in the trip list. We have a rugby, and we wonder how this connection starts long ago. And I know these guys are in every school, and there is those who, even if I'm playing handball, I will not appear. I will not have a chance to appear in the. I don't know if it's haunted or what. So unfortunately, I was one of those guys who always didn't manage to be in the trip list. I don't know how. I was a scout member and close to a leader, but where trips I've gone, it's countable and it cannot fit it. My hand is too big for it to fit. So and there's this embarrassing moment where you have ordered. There were specific clothes, specific uniforms, which you will never see in school, but during trips you will see them. So there was these plugs who had this uniform. So you have to talk to them really nice and obvious to give them something. So before he gives you this uniform for you to go to trip, for you to dress to kill. So there's this moment where you have talked to, you have planned, you have the special uniform, you have ironing, everything is done, sparked. Comes the trip day, you wear the uniform, you just there excited and bashing everybody for how the trip will be exciting and how they will be there, thus studying and attending endless chemistry lesson and maths lesson. And unfortunately, so you head to the bus and you are seated. You have chosen a window seat. I know window seat was very, very competitive that day. Not to talk about the back seat left, the back left or back right window, which was very, it could lead to some form of murder. And so you have positioned yourself and you have started dreaming about what is going to happen. Then there is this teacher. Sometimes this teacher are not even linked with what that group is meant for. They are there with the list and say, if you hear your name, if you don't hear your name, please step out of the... Hey, unfortunately, the list is red. And to the last person, your name is not there. Hey. That's the real meaning of tension. And if you didn't commit suicide by that moment, I don't think if you will ever commit suicide again, because that was beyond everything. So your name is red and is red again. So your name is not there. Your name is not there. So you are now planning how to go and manage the bashing, the bashing feedback in class, because you told them you have qualified to go to the trip, and wherever. Hey, that day even you prefer not to go to class, just go to the dormitory and sneak somewhere in the dormitory and have a nap that is you'll wake up at the end of the day. So it was very, I don't know if you have ever experienced that, but I know one of you have ever experienced that moment, and I want to urge you to keep that strength. If you did not commit suicide but that day, you will not commit suicide. There's nothing that can change your mind. Are we together? So let's have some music, because it's TBT, and we have had a lot of week, and I don't want to stress you with a lot of just to give you so for the ladies, here is a lady who is very talented, and she has been in this game for a very, 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 very long time. She's very beautiful. Yeah, right here from Kenya. No music from outside Kenya. So have a listen.
Tumejuana muda mfupi na yeye, wiki moja au mbili sijui. Nilipomuona nilijua ni yeye, sababu mimi na feel tumejuana milele. Shida moja ni kuwa nikijipa kwa urahisi sitapata heshima. If I act like a queen, he'll treat me just like a queen. But if I act so cheap, then he'll treat me so cheap. Nikimuona waweza dhani mimi ni fala. Nikimuona that's when my heart skips a beat. Nikimuona waweza dhani mimi ni fala. Nikimuona stranger you may say aha, indeed it seems. Nilivyofunzwa na mamangu ni hivi, heshima zangu, hisia zangu ziwe daima akilini, lakini bado nataka kuwa naye, ukweli sifichi. Shida moja ni kuwa nikijipa kwa urahisi sitapata heshima. If I act like a queen, he'll treat me just like a queen. But if I act so cheap, then he'll treat me so cheap. Nikimuona
as you can see, the lady is called Avril. She's from Kenya, and we are very proud to have Avril as one of the artists. She's doing very good music. So those days, there was a very stiff competition. If you see a lady who used to shine on those days, in between those male artists, the Meja, Juakali, Nameless, Waire, Isa, whatever, that lady is very powerful. If she can manage to just pick her head through the male competition, it was a meaning of talent. So back in the days, I just remembered we had there was a competition between these two music labels. There was Calif Records, and there was Calif Records, and there was it Ogopa DJs, or I don't know, DJs or Clermont Records, something like that. And that competition was a real competition. So that was very good music. Avril with Nicki Muona. Back to our topic. Still on school. I just remembered in our school. In let's talk about many schools. We have a common meeting point here. In every school, there's this smart student. He was very smart, doing his or her laundry every day, brushing his shoes, not even every day, but every hour. Like, end of math lesson, he's there with the brush and a shoe polish. He's just there in the locker, brushing the shoes every now and then. And very clean box, his box or suitcase is very arranged. His everything, like his locker was. And there was here again a point of attempt of murder when you try to touch any of their things. That was a full guarantee of public execution. You understand by the meaning of the word execution. That was direct murder without competition. So there was these guys who were very smart, and on the other side, I'm going to tell you some two comparatives here, and I want you to compare, and they have different characters. So on the other hand, there were these guys who were survivors. They were survivors. First thing, they had no box, they had nothing apart from the clothes they are wearing and the books in the locker. They have nothing. They don't have Colgate. They don't have shoe polish or whatever. They don't have anything, any essential need. Nothing. They don't do shopping when they come to school. They don't even have boxes. They are in the dormitory. And let's not speak about beds. They definitely don't have beds. They're just there to share beds. And there's funny thing about these two comparative subjects. The first one who is very smart, very sometimes they don't talk too much. They are very silent. They are very disciplined. They are very But unfortunately, when it comes to academics issues, they are not that shining. They may be in the back. But if you see, when come to these survivors, these guys who don't have anything that belong to them, they are very smart up ahead. I don't know if it was in my school, because I did my research before you throw stones at me. I did my research, and I did for 4 schools, I think, 4 schools, and I received the same feedback. And I don't know if it's all over but I know my instinct don't tell me a lie, because usually these survival kids, they are usually very stable upstairs. And these guys who are very smart and most especially those who are talented in participating in sports mostly, and these guys have real talent. They can bash you in, they can demolish you in whatever it comes, maybe running, maybe playing rugby, maybe those extracurricular. They are very smart. And I think parents need to know this, because there are some parents. We have had several cases where a parent is forcing a student to get 300 marks, to get 400 marks, or to get an A or a B or a C. But according to the capability of the child, he or she cannot attain that certain marks. But instead, he or she is gifted in another areas. Like, he might be very good in soccer, but not good in class, or he might be very good in class, but not good in soccer. So I think when the parents should take their time to assess their children and know where their strength and their weakness. If your child is not good in class, maybe he or she is scoring maybe 100 marks in KCPE, or 200 or whatever, or an D or an E, you have to have a really, really, really close look on what he or she can do, because you can find she is very talented, and we have seen many people who have benefited from sports. We have seen very many people who don't have KCSE certificates or KCPE certificates, or maybe they got their certificates after they have just prospered. And they are doing very good, and they are earning lots of money. And as I can remember, sports it has a lot of rewards. Talking about millions and billions, even without certificate. So if you are a parent out there and you are wondering, oh, my kid is getting 200 and he is in class 7, or I don't know, nowadays his grades, I don't know. Or my kid is in form 1 and he or she is getting D's and E's. Maybe you should have an inner look about that. About that kid. He might have a very good essence of. So we have those guys. And then about TBT, I was should I call myself a shepherd or a herds boy? Those guys who used to go and take care of the cattle and the sheep, the cows, the whatever. And it was like a all day duty from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Strictly fixed time, no discussions. Like, if you can't bring the cows before the time, even the cows themselves will not accept that. We used to. It had its own good sides and bad sides. So we cannot complain too much. We used to have like a gang, a group of us. The neighbors, the children from the neighboring homesteads. Then we go and there was a public field for a certain company. We used to look after the cattle there. So we could regroup And there is where troubles come. Yeah? Creating a temporary solution, but end up creating a permanent problem. So we used to gather and we start playing. Maybe Banta was. There are many types of games which I might say some of their names, and it may sound weirdly, but it's the same game. Yeah? So we had different names. So we used to play that game until now we forget now what really brought us there. So we forgot the kettles. And you know how when cows or those sheep or whatever, when they want to disappoint you, they will disappoint, because they will, maybe let's say it's you are grazing those animals in a bare field of maybe 100 acres, but you'll find they have hawk eyes. They will see there's something greener in a mile away. They will see that tomato farm or that cassava farm or that well managed farm. They will see it and they will teleport. Let's not. You are seeing your cow is right there. It's like 50 meters from you. So if you turn just around here and you turn back, they are not there. They are in the farm, in the middle of the farm. And there was something like I cannot call it an instinct, because it was way beyond instincts. Because if that cow just steps some inches or centimeters into the farm, I don't know how the parents get alerted, because they will be there. They will be there in that minute and they'll be watching. So if you suddenly you'll maybe a whistle or something, you're being called, when you look, there is no cow. When you go and to bring them back, you find there your dad is standing there. So it was like they will never come when the kettles are just feeding very right. When you are guiding, you are there. While you are there with the kettles. But the moment they disappear, the parents appear. It was a very, 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 very long moment, but it was very beautiful, because we live long to tell those tales. And I know there are many. So with these games we used to play while grazing the kettles, these games were very addictive. They were very addictive, and it will make you sprawl on the ground and do whatever. When it comes to evening, hey, you are like, you just fell into a mud, and like you are not yourself. You are very dirty, and maybe that day you wore a white cloth or same to that. That's where the problem becomes. So there comes a time, the judgment time. The judgment time is always came at the evening, at that 6 p.m. in the evening, where you have brought the kettles, you have put them in the cages or in their sheds, whatever, in their pens. So judgment time comes. There is a dad with the stick right there, or it was hidden in somewhere in the house where you'll not reach it. And it was a special cane which has been smeared with pepper, or I don't know, salt, or so there was a conspiracy behind that, which was, I will not call it a conspiracy, because it was true. It was true. That cane was very painful compared to other types of cane, and it was resistant. It will not break, come whatever. So after you have released the kettles to the pans, now you come. You are very dirty. Yeah. So the first process is to see the father. So the father tells you where were the cows at this time. Because I'm the one who went to go after them, because I received a phone call from Mama Fulani or Baba Fulani. And those mama and babas, they will never hold their nini. Anything they see, they will never hold it in their hearts. It will give them pressure and it will burst their hearts. So they used to tell. So there you just have to accept it, receive whatever strokes of canes it will be, whether 50 or countless random sticks. You'll have to accept them. And after that, while your behind is aching, very aching, and has some bruises, you are sent to the bathroom to have a shower. Not even a bathroom, to outside there and have a shower in public. Have a shower, or you better have a shower, because if they assist you, you'll never like it. So you will shower with that, even come wherever, come rain, come whatever type of, even if it's below 10 degrees, they will never care. They will never care. You shower, now the soap enters the bruises. And that's where real men are created. You know that feeling. So it was a very iconic moment. After that, you just the parents will act very normal, like nothing happened. You'll come to the house, they check you are smart, because you after coming out of the shower, you need to pass the inspector. The inspector is the father. Check you, scratch you a little bit. Let there be any sign of just a small drop, a small impurity in your body, you are sent back with an assistant. And that's the moment which you don't want to have that moment. After that, after inspection, you are clean. Now, it's just laughing. Like nothing happened. And you look at the dad and, hey, this is the guy who seconds earlier he was very inhuman, and now he's and that taught us a bit of being strong and being accepting to be punished. Although we never listened, because it usually recurred, the next day will be the same process, the same mistakes, the same punishment, the same, and I don't know why. I have no question to this to those answers. So let's follow this sequence. We have now passed the judgment day. There is something awaiting. Homework. You used to be overloaded with homework. You have composition. Let's talk about the primary, because this moment happened mostly in primary schools. You have composition, insha, maths, English, whatever, those all subjects, you have homework. And there's no excuse. You have to do it overnight. Because all the day you are not in the house, you are not even allowed to be around in the house, not even allowed in the house. You are not allowed around the compound all morning, except for lunch, breakfast, and supper. So you have to deal with the homework, and you are there. There was a song playing. I don't know if I can, though it's not a Kenyan song. But I want to play. Yeah, it's very therapeutic. I want to play this song, and you have to hear. This song used to play every time you are doing homework. The dad used to play it, because at that time it was a criminal offense for a child to touch a radio when the father is in there. So I want to play you just a tune, just a little bit of this tune, and you listen to this song. Hope you are listening to that song, eh? It's very therapeutic, that song, eh? It used to play during, and funny thing about homework, you could do it until you finish, even if it's 3 in the morning, no one cares, eh? As long as you finish, eh?
Je m'en vais vous dire.
So very, 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 very therapeutic song there. So that was some bit of a moment I used to go through. I don't know if I spoke for many, but I know I spoke for many. I cannot judge, but I know. So it was a TBT edition. It was very good on my side. I don't know on your side, but I hope it was a very, very, very good TBT. Hey, my name is Benson Diwa, Mr. Ben, and I was your today host for Amateur Show, and I am happy to be here, and I anticipate for being here anytime. So thank you, and have a lovely day, and a lovely afternoon, and a lovely week, and a lovely weekend. See you another day. Bye.